This is a Duffified Live with Chef Brian Duffy Quick Fix on Radio Influence.
What was the worst day that you've ever had in a restaurant?
I was working in Santa Monica, and it was actually the worst, but in the long run, it ended up being great. I was cooking for a chef at a restaurant in Santa Monica, and I was pretty green. It was the early 2000s, and I had reached up to grab some plates. And before this, I had already sauced a plate wrong. I had already given the wrong ingredients to the chef. I just was failing that day. And then I had reached up, and I remember just in like the height of service when everything was happening, there was like probably 15, 20 dishes being made. I broke a bunch of plates right on the line, and glass went everywhere. We had to throw everything away. And I remember the chef grabbed me by like underneath my armpit and dragged me outside. And he like literally pulled me in this underground garage that was right next door. And he looked at me and he said, "I don't think this is for you. I think you need to figure out a new career in your life."
Wow.
And I remember it crushed me. I got on my bike and I like rode home, and I like cried my eyes out. I was so upset. But from that moment on, I swear to you, there was a fire that was lit that pushed me harder than ever. Because I don't want to say he was a hater, but it certainly became a motivator and pushed me harder than I've ever been pushed internally. And I think what's hard is, it's tough being, not everyone is hard on themselves, I think, as chefs are. We're very easy to throw a dish out if we're not happy with it, or bang our hands on the table because we're so passionate and we want everything to be so perfect because we have one chance to make everything great. So we take everything that much more serious in our lives and to heart, because it's a very emotional thing. I don't care if you're cooking bar food or if you're working in a Michelin star restaurant. You should have that same integrity if this is the business you want to work in, because if you don't, you're going to fail.
Duffified Live with Chef Brian Duffy can be found on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, and of course, RadioInfluence.com.